Aloha, everyone. This is Christine Sakuda talking. Welcome to the IT Consolidation Working Group meeting set for July 15th, 2025. We're going to start in a minute. We're just giving people a few more minutes to join in and also make sure that we have quorum. Thank you very much. Aloha, everyone. Thank you for joining today. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the IT Consolidation Working Group meeting, July 15th, 2025 at 2:30. So we are going to start with roll call to determine that we have quorum. Please confirm your presence by saying present or here, and whether you are alone or who is with you. And I'll turn it over to Joanna to take roll call. Thank you.
Christine Sakuda.
Present, and I'm here in the ETS room B30 with Joanna Lee and Yuha Kauhanen.
Keith Regan.
Oh. Sorry
Hi,
about
Keith.
that. Hey, aloha everyone. Keith Regan, Comptroller, Department of Accounting and General Services. I am alone. Thank you.
Thank you. Dean Matsukawa. Matthew Devanch.
Yes, Matthew Devanch here. I am in my office alone.
Thank you. Louis Salaveria.
Present, alone.
Thank you. Dane Wicker. Or Wei Kamikawa, are you the designated voting member for Dane today? Okay, Dean Hazama.
Yeah, present and alone.
Thank you. Melanie Martin.
Present, and I'm all alone.
Thank you. Philip Mallory.
Present and solo.
Thank you. Jerry Alambatin.
Sorry. Present and attending the meeting by myself.
Thank you. Valerie Cato. Or if there's a designee voting member for DOH on. Brian Fruduto.
Present and alone.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Ryan Yamane. Or designee for DHS. Carrie Price.
Hi, present. I'm alone in my office.
Thank you. Designee DLNR Lila Luz.
Present, alone.
Thank you. Mike Lambert. Kristen Sakamoto.
Present and alone.
Thank you. Tammy Lee. Okay, if we happen to miss any designees for any departments, please let us know. If not, we have quorum.
Thank you. Thank you. If we miss anyone, please either raise your hand or put a message in the chat. We want to make sure that we count you. Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to agenda item number 2. Mahalo, everyone, once again for attending. And agenda item number 2 is public testimony. Oral testimony will be limited to 3 minutes per person or organization per agenda item. Is there anyone from the public who would like to testify at this time? Please introduce yourself and proceed.
Well, I've raised my hand. My name is Peter Fritz. I'm an attorney. I've been involved with ETS since 2009 on certain issues relating to individuals with disabilities. And a few minutes ago, you said that public testimony would be limited to 3 minutes. I'd like to point out that under OIP Sunshine Opinion 1213, you can't just merely put limits in an agenda and say that the testimony is limited, that there must be a board action and the board must adopt the rules in advance of the meeting for which the rules will be applied. I don't know that that's ever been done at any meeting that I've been to for ETS. But the bigger concern is, and if you want to send it to me, you have my email and my information. I'd be curious to know when it was done. For all ETS committees. However, the problem that I see is that you recently held a consolidation meeting on the 30th, I think. However, the meeting wasn't properly noticed because 92-7E requires that at the time the board posts this notice on the state calendar, that you have to notify the individuals that are on a list to be notified. And what happened was that Ms. Lee sent out a packet with the notice one day after she sent it to the public, one day after she sent it to the board members. And that was 5 days before the meeting. And that's a violation of Hawaii Revised Statute 92-7. There has to be substantial compliance, OIP opinion F25-2. So you can't knowingly violate it, and there had been contact with OIP that said that the meeting should be canceled if it wasn't properly noticed. The problem is that it was said that after consultation with the attorney, that there was no decision made and that made it okay, but the problem is that no, the meeting was never properly handled. So any action you take regarding that meeting that relies upon that meeting, the Supreme Court of Hawaii indicated that prior sunshine violations are not cured because final actions are taken at a meeting that's properly held, which this meeting was. And that's Kanahele v. Maui Council 130 Hawaii 228, and you can look at page 259 for that. So there was just substantial questions with ETS's continual non-compliance with the sunshine law. If a meeting isn't properly noticed, it should be canceled as a matter of law, and that's what the statute used to say. There are situations where you can not properly, where a meeting is properly noticed, but a portion, an agenda item on the agenda itself is not properly stated. It doesn't have enough detail, it uses jargon, or you're filing a report, but there's not enough information about the report. Under some circumstances, the report can be presented, but it cannot be discussed by the board. And it's unclear to me what happened at the meeting that was improperly called and the basis for holding the meeting in general when OIP recommended that the meeting be canceled. It just become more and more obvious to me and a greater concern to me that not OIP, ETS is just simply willfully violating the requirements of the Sunshine Law. Another problem that I'm having personally is the fact that I'm an individual with a disability. When I was sat in on the meeting on the 10th, I think, of the steering committee, I had no problem getting captions. Your notice says that captions can be turned on by an individual. I can't because, quote, I'm not inside some sort of group of what would enable me to do that. And yet I could do that at the IT steering committee meeting. So the statement saying caption can be turned on by an individual is false. And
Thank you,
I'm
Mr.
being
Fritz.
discriminated against.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for your comment and your input. ETS tries its best to comply with all of the sunshine rules, and we do have regular counsel with our Deputy Attorney General, and in addition to that, also collaborate with OIP. And so I just want to acknowledge and thank you for bringing information to light, because we want to make sure that our meetings are in compliance with the Sunshine Law and are governed appropriately. And once again, we really do appreciate your input. And we're going to continue to try our best to accommodate interested members of the public like yourself to make sure that you have access to our meetings moving forward. We really appreciate your input. Thank you.
But I haven't from the past. That's the point. And getting to this point, you've deliberately ignored letters that have been sent to you by OIP, of which I have copies. And I quite frankly don't understand that, nor can I understand how I can be told that under 92.7.5 board packets, well, it's sent out to the public only after the board receives it. I wrote part of that statute. I know what it says. But listening
you,
to
Mr.
everything you're
Fritz.
saying, I can't hear you.
Thank
So I can't participate in this meeting because there are no captions, notwithstanding what you said in your notice.
you, Mr. Fritz. We appreciate your feedback. And once again, we're going to try our best to make sure that we are in compliance with the Sunshine Law and also support citizens like yourself with disabilities to make sure that you have full access to our meetings. If those features are not turned on today, I sincerely apologize for that.
I know, but I can't participate. And I have a right to be upset by that. I have a right to know that under 368-1, I should be allowed to participate. And not doing that means I can't. And you said I could in your notice. So you keep on saying you'll do it, and yet you keep on repeating the same problems over and over again.
Thank you very much for your feedback, Mr. Fritz. we're going to move on to the next agenda item, which is agenda item number 3. That is a brief recap of the proposed framework to develop the final IT consolidation plan. And so for the members of the working group, actually, I'm going to pause there. And before we move any further, for agenda item number 3, I'd like to ask if there's anyone from the public that would like to testify on this specific agenda item. Thank you. Hearing none, we're going to proceed. And so for the IT working group, in your packet, you have the PowerPoint presentation that was presented at the last meeting. And this presentation, this slide deck is stated the State of Hawaii IT Consolidation Initiative Working Group and Planning Kickoff Meeting. So you have had the time to review the contents. Thank you once again for your participation. We're going to scroll through, and as we're scrolling to the working group members, if you have any questions or comments, we would be happy to take them at this time. We want to make sure that you're familiar with the material and that you're familiar with the process that we're going to go through to develop the IT consolidation plan over the course of this summer. So I'm going to ask that we move to slide 14. Okay, and so just for a quick review here, this slide provides an outline of our approach to the IT consolidation planning structure over the course of the next several months, with the goal of completing the IT consolidation plan with input from many members of the departments. And thank you for your participation and also for the subject matter representatives that you are designating. The goal is to complete that plan and submit it to the legislature in December. And so I'm going to move to the next page. Oh, before I do that, I see a question or a comment from Mr. Dean Hazama. Thank you.
Yeah, I just, no problem with the plan. I just have a point in regards under resources. So, you know, in regards to resource reallocations, in specific to federal and special funded positions or resources, I think we need to tread a little carefully because they are somewhat restricted in a certain sense, right?
Yes.
So each one has its own statute, in fact. So got to be careful on how we define that for, I think, federal and special funds. So
Thank you very much, Dean Hazama, for that comment. We appreciate that feedback and that guidance. Is there any more feedback and guidance at this time? Okay, as we continue to make sure we don't have any, we're going to move to the next slide. Okay, thank you. So we're going to move on to the next agenda item, which is agenda item number 4. And this is to discuss and request a motion to approve the project scope, processes, resources, and timeline to develop the State of Hawaii IT consolidation plan. So once again, at this point, I'd like to request a motion from the working group to approve the State of Hawaii IT consolidation plan, project scope in the deck, process, resource, and timeline to execute the mandated planning activities. May I have I'm sorry, before that, let me back up, and I apologize for not saying this at the beginning of this agenda item number 4, but is there anyone from the public that would like to provide testimony on this agenda item specifically? Okay, hearing and seeing none. Thank you. So may I have a motion to approve the State of Hawaii IT consolidation plan, project scope, process, resources, and timeline to execute the mandated planning activities?
So move, Chair. This is Louis.
Mahalo, Louis. Thank you. May I have a second?
this is Dean, I second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your virtual hand.
That's it.
That's everyone. Thank you very much. The motion is passed. Mahalo, and we continue to appreciate working with you and your departments as we continue the process of the IT consolidation plan. Your leadership remains very important and critical, as well as your support. So we're going to go on to the next agenda item, which is agenda item number 5, the good of the order. Is there anyone from the public that would like to provide testimony on agenda item number 5, good of the order? Thank you very much. Are there any announcements? Is there anything from that the members would like to share in the good of the order? Right. Yes, Mr. Fritz, thank you.
Actually raised my hand a little bit earlier about when you started this topic. And again, we come back to my concern about what the Supreme Court said about trying to take an action based upon efforts and information that went forth at a prior meeting. And it seems also that you didn't send out any board packet, since you did send out the material for the 30th to everyone else. And so you have an AG there who should be saying something, and I'd be curious to know why the AG hasn't come forward. But it's just another issue that I think will make a great article for Civil Beat about all the comments it made forward. So I'm having trouble following the meeting just simply because I can't hear everything. And that to me is very problematic, since you said captions would be available. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fritz, for your comments and your input. We really appreciate that. And once again, we are fully committed to making sure that members of the public have access to all of ETS's committee meetings in adherence to the Sunshine Law and any other laws to ensure that the public has correct access. And we really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, with that, we're going to go on to agenda item number 6. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved, Chair. It's Lewis.
Thanks, Louis. May I have a second?
Dean, I second.
Thank you, Dean. If there are no objections, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. And once again, we really appreciate all of your participation and support of the IT Consolidation Plan initiative.
All right.
Mahalo,
Thank you,
everyone.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.